weSHOREdid podcast for the new cruiser and beyond. We are so excited that you guys are here with us, and Happy New Year! I'm your host, Leslie.
And I'm Rick. Yeah, new year. This is actually being launched today, January 1st, episode 1 and episode 2. So we're looking forward to an exciting year, talking about an exciting thing called cruising. On this episode, we're just going to be talking about the 2023 recap, kind of what we did this year. We did 3 cruises?
Mm-hmm. Great year.
It was just the most we've ever done.
It was a great year.
Yeah. And after the recap, we're starting our first series, from booking to disembarkment. We're going to be going over, what line to choose.
Mm-hmm.
What ship do we want? What do we want on the ship? And how many days we want to go? That's, especially for a new cruiser.
It's a lot to take in.
It's a lot to take in.
It is.
There's 3 days and 4 days.
5 plus.
5, 6, 7, 8.
12 days.
Yeah, they
a year.
Yeah. Oh my, yeah. So the options are endless.
Yeah, they are. Unlimited.
So, looking forward to everything. So, just to cover, our 23 recap. Like we just mentioned, we did do 3 cruises. We tried a couple different things this year.
Mm-hmm.
We did a back-to-back.
Well, first we did the Wonder, which was it was new, fairly new, just a little over a year. We did the Wonder in April.
Royal Caribbean.
Wonder of the Seas. Wonder of the Seas. It was amazing.
It was the big dog.
It was amazing. Oh, I loved it so much.
Yeah, and that was a 7-day cruise.
7-day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we did 2 4-day cruises on the Independence of the Seas, which is still Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, first one was in October. Second one was December. We just got off that one about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and the one in December, we did our first junior suite, which was double points for the Royal Caribbean Crown and Anchor Society. It was a big difference, right? We usually get balconies.
It was a very big different room. It was much larger, walk-in closet, couch, lounge chair,
bathtub
in it. It was just, it was amazing. It was really, really nice room.
It really was. And in reality, it's probably only 4 or 5 feet wider.
Mm-hmm.
But man, what a difference.
Yeah, it makes you feel like it was 100 feet wider. Just even with that walk-in closet, that thing was amazing.
Yeah.
It was like a miniature bathroom size.
So yeah, it was
really nice.
It was great.
Yes.
Some of the islands we went to this year, Royal Caribbean, they do own 2 islands. One is Perfect Day at Coco Cay. We almost went there twice.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we were going to go on when we were on the Wonder in April. We pulled in the morning and everything seemed fine. The weather was good and no problems. We pulled in, we were waiting to get off, and the captain turned the boat, and we thought, okay, we're just going to go in a different direction. And he came on and he said, I hate to break this to you guys, but he said, the waves are the way the wind is blowing and they're coming in on the pier. He said, there is no way that we could get off. And he said, I am on a cruise, not a quest to find bodies.
Yeah.
And he makes the last say so. He's the final word. So we did not get to go to Coco Cay the first time. But we had been there before in 1998, 1997.
Yeah, right around there. They just bought it back in the 90s. All there was a beach and like jet skis.
Mm-hmm. Which we rode
and fell off. But now it's like perfect day. Coco Cay is like Six Flags now. It's
Gorgeous.
unbelievable. It's so neat, and then we'll break all this thing down in other episodes. But
Yeah.
it's owned 100% right by Royal Caribbean. So your C-Pass cards work everywhere. The food is from the ship.
Yes.
The workers are from the ship. So it's
the bar drinks are all from the ship. You can get anything on there. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful place.
Yeah. Another place we went, Labadee, which is a little finger that shoots off of Haiti. We were just there like 2 weeks ago, so they really did a lot to that too.
Yes, they did.
We were talking to our head waiter, Wilson, and he was getting off the next day to work one of the buffets on the island. So that was really beautiful too.
Yeah, they set out a huge spread for everybody. You can still have access to get onto the ship anytime you need to, but they do serve you some lunch and fruits and vegetables and water and lemonade, and it's just
whatever you want.
Yeah, basically. And that's all free. That's all free. And then,
yeah. Yep. And then we went to Nassau, Bahamas.
Yes, we did.
Which was really cool. St. Martin.
St. Martin, yeah.
Which that's one of my favorites. And St. Thomas. So that's the stops and islands we went to, and we sailed out of Port Canaveral.
Yes.
Twice. And Miami once.
Yeah.
So just a quick little recap. We share this with you to encourage you, to get out and experience this stuff for yourself. It's amazing out there, So we just encourage you.
Just absolutely.
Just
if you're
cruise.
Thinking about it, do it.
Yep. Just
jump in.
Cruise.
Well, don't jump in, but don't jump in, but cruise.
So, all right, our main focus now for the next probably several episodes is going to be a deep dive into booking to disembarkment. So, it's like, what cruise line do we pick?
Yeah, right. And there are several cruise lines to pick from. We kind of broke it down in categories as far as ships go, and so I'll just go over that with you. First of all, I'm going to go over the luxury. The luxury cruise lines are more like the Crystal, the Regent, Seabourn, Silver Seas, which Silver Seas is still owned by Royal Caribbean. We are Royal fans all the way. We are loyal to Royal. We really are. I like everything about Royal.
Right.
That's just how we are, but we can go into that later more. There's the Premier, which is more kind of like on the high-end upscale for maybe the older crowd, I would say, maybe sophisticated crowd, definitely. That's Azamara, Oceania, and Viking.
Right.
Then there's the regular upscale, which there's Celebrity Cruise, which is still owned by Royal. There's going to be less kids on there, little less kids. Cunard is a Carnival corporation. They're affiliated with them. Then there's Disney, which is going to have a lot of kids. Holland America and Princess, they are both Carnival affiliations also. And then the Virgin is also in that list. They are for the 18 and older crowd. Definitely, if you're looking for no kids, that's the way to go on that one.
Right.
And then the last one is the Contemporary, more what more people I probably would assume would go on for their first one.
Right.
There's Norwegian Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Costa, and MSC Cruises. So that kind of just breaks those down in our eyes, how we see them, and gives you kind of a little idea what you're looking for, what you're not looking for, to even just start with there.
Yeah, and there's several different lists. When we were doing this research, there's like 51 companies out there that have cruise ships.
These are the ones that you're going to mostly hear about.
Yeah.
And recognize, oh, I know that name.
Yeah. And we were talking about this too. It's like, how did we pick what line to do. In episode 1, we kind of shared where we started, and they're both Royal Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
And like we mentioned, we have done the Grand Princess before.
Mm-hmm.
That was back in like 2002 when our son was 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we really have just enjoyed what Royal Caribbean has offered up to this point. I'm not saying we will never change,
Right.
but once you got to think of like airline miles. You keep flying the same airline, you get perks.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing with cruise lines. So there's different tiers.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Royal Caribbean, if you stay in like an inside room or even a balcony, you get 1 point
Per night.
Per night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
But then if you stay in a junior suite or above, you get double points. So that's the main reason. In December, we did the junior suite. We wanted to try a different room.
Mm-hmm.
Our great travel agent, Jen Green from MEI Travel, got us a fantastic deal. But yeah, we're really going for the double points.
Yeah. Yep.
The second topic here is going to be a lot of fun. It's like when you're sitting down and you're going to decide on what cruise line and what do you want on the ship. These ships, they're not boats.
No, they're not. They're like a floating city. They
Yeah.
really are. They're like a little floating city.
Yep. I heard something really funny. It was just a couple months ago. I was talking to somebody that loves cruising, and they were talking to their friend, and she could not grasp the concept of cruising. And she goes, "Can you explain it to me in a way that I would understand?" And the person says, "Absolutely." He goes, "Have you ever been to Las Vegas?" She goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Have you ever been to the Bellagio?" She goes, "Yeah, absolutely." Well, just imagine you're in Bellagio. You have your family in there. There's people everywhere. And then it sails away.
Mm-hmm. Basically, because you have that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
You have the casino. You have the
Buffet.
food, the buffet. You have everything. Your room is right there. That's exactly right.
Yep.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I
So
like
they're amazing. We touched in episode 1. It's a break from reality.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about it, even going to Las Vegas, it's kind of a break from reality, right?
It is
You're get away from the norm.
the norm. Yeah, correct.
It's just the great thing about cruises. When you wake up the next day, you're in a different port.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we just want to touch some things about different things that are available on ships, and for the new cruiser, a lot of this stuff is mind-boggling.
It is. It will definitely have your head spinning.
Yeah.
When you hear all the things, and I'm sure everyone sees the commercials on TV. What they have the water slides. Some of them have roller coasters. They have wall climbing, the surfing.
Yeah.
Now they have zip lining. They had that on the Wonder. They have slides, water slides, bars that go from a floating bar that goes from different levels on the cruise ship. The Rising Tide Bar, I think it was called.
On the
Rising
Royal
Tide.
Caribbean,
Yeah.
on the Oasis class. Yeah, it goes from the Royal Promenade, Deck 5, all the way up to 8?
8, I believe, yeah.
Yeah,
8.
all the way up to Central Park.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's like a slow-moving elevator.
Yeah, and you sit there and you're drinking at the bar.
That you can drink in.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Funny thing is we've been on 2 Oasis class, right? We've been on the Allure of the Seas, and we've been on Wonder of the Seas, and we wanted to go on the Rising Tide bar so bad, both times, and we didn't
Never
go
did.
either time.
It's like there's so many other things to do. You say, we'll do that tomorrow. We'll do that tomorrow. And tomorrow comes and you do something else and you forget and you
Yeah.
get home and you're like, we never did that.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, and definitely Central Park.
Oh,
Don't forget Central Park. It is just, if you love plants and greenery and outside sitting and just all this air breeze blowing and it's just, there's this openness about it and it's just so beautiful. You hear live music at night. It's like there's little street lights as you're walking through it, and it is just, you smell the ocean air. It's just so nice. It just takes you in.
absolutely. That's really like one of my favorite spots. So if you don't know what we're talking about, just go to Royal Caribbean and look up like either the Allure of the Seas or Harmony of the Seas, Wonder of the Seas, and look up Central Park. It's amazing, and you're just sitting there, and like Leslie said, there's a classical guitarist playing in the evening, people dressed up walking around,
Restaurants, you can even sit outside, like the Giovanni's and some of the other ones. You can sit outside and just, you look up and it's just wide open. You're looking up at the sky at night. It's just such a beautiful thing to take in. It's just amazing. That's like one of our favorite parts about being on a class like that has the Central Park.
Yeah, and some other really cool things too, like Leslie mentioned, the roller coaster and ropes course. We were, I think we're on the Wonder of the Seas, and we were down in one of the islands, and we were in port, right next to a Carnival cruise line, and I'm sitting out on the balcony, and I'm like level with the roller coaster on the Carnival. It's crazy.
It is.
They you did mention the commercials for Carnival.
Yeah.
They do show that roller coaster.
They push that for the kids because your kids will not be bored on that ship. There's no way if it's fun.
Yeah. And another cool thing too, and is ice skating. There's skating rinks on these ships. In December, I went to the ice show, and at the end of it, they came out and was talking about it, and the cruise director was talking, and he says, to this day, he says, I still cannot believe that you can see an ice show. You could go ice skating in the middle of the Caribbean on a ship.
In the middle of and you nailed it, in the middle of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Where it's so warm out and you're inside with a sweatshirt on, ice skating.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yep.
It is.
They're great, everyone. They're great. You gotta go.
You gotta try it.
Okay, I think it'd be really cool to kind of go through, the process, how we're going through everything that's available on these ships. So we're going to kind of go through together and see if we could kind of see what you like, see what I like, and see if we can put a ship name to it. So what's like one of the main things that you look for?
One of the main things I really enjoy is having a balcony, because I like to go out there and just sit. I mean, you can still, yes, you can go up by the pool and sit, but it's your own area.
Right.
Your own, you can get up in the morning, sit out there in your pajamas. You can have a drink out there at night. You can sit out there and read during the day, listen to your music, whatever you want. It's just very peaceful. And that's one of the main things I really look for. I really enjoy a balcony room.
Okay, that's a good start, but that really covers probably every ship out there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the solarium. The solarium is an 18 and over area on Royal Caribbean ships.
It used to be 16. They just changed it to 18.
Yeah, it's 18 now. It's a laid back atmosphere. It's a little more covered. You're not getting baked in the sun all the time, but you can still sun.
Yeah.
There's a pool,
hot tub,
and some hot tubs. But even within that, there's different kinds of solariums. We were just on the Independence of the Seas, and it's more in the kind of the front middle-ish of the ship.
Yeah.
And it's just almost a semi-covered swimming pool. Still a great feel and a great vibe.
Yeah.
I really like the solariums on the Oasis class.
Yeah.
If you look at an Oasis class, on the front of the ship in Royal Caribbean, they have like a big glass area.
Yeah.
It looks like a big windshield.
It does. It does. A beautiful windshield.
That's where the solarium is on the Oasis class. It's really big. I really like the one on the Allure because it's not 100% fully enclosed. It's like every other panel is open. So you're still getting that breeze, you're still getting that feel compared to the same location and the same layout for the Wonder of the Seas, Royal Caribbean. It's all enclosed. And you kind of really didn't like that as much, did you?
Yeah, it kind of feels like you're in a sauna. It has that, like, when you take a deep breath, you're not getting fresh air. It's like the swimming pool chlorine, and like it was warm. It just wasn't, there was no breeze. It was just different. It was very different. Yeah.
It was a little stuffy.
It was a little stuffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of a good way to put it. It was, a little stuffy. You're right.
Still beautiful.
Oh,
it's just
amazing.
I really like more the openness of the Allure of the Seas. What else? What else do you like?
I love boleros. We sat there quite a few times this last cruise.
Yeah.
Sat down there. There was music and comfortable chairs, and you get to learn the waiters, and it's just that you get to people watch. It was a good spot. I really liked sitting there.
Yeah. Well, and boleros is a kind of a lounge, kind of a Cuban feel, Latin. Had really comfortable, like pearl white leather chairs.
Yeah, very comfortable.
Yeah, it was like you're sitting in Cuba. They had the Ernest Hemingway drinks and all that. So it's a great feel. It's a great vibe.
And we actually sat there when we sailed off, didn't we? Yeah, I think we did.
Did we? Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure we did.
One thing I like is Playmakers. It's a big sports bar.
Kind of like a BW3s, if anyone out there knows.
Wild Wings,
yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they have, oh my gosh, TVs everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
You get to watch all the sports and all that stuff. So that's something I like. It's on a lot of Royal Caribbean ships though. So that really doesn't help narrow down.
No.
But it's something to check the box.
But we like, yeah.
And the Irish pub.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably say every Royal Caribbean ship has an Irish pub. They all have different names.
Yeah, they're different names, but they all have one. Yeah, and it's usually in the atrium area.
Royal Promenade. Yeah, that's different. Different locations. But yeah, they're really great too because in the evenings they always have a guitarist in there, and the musicians on Royal Caribbean are always fantastic.
They are, and they all have on Royal Caribbean. It's all live. It's live music. They are actual musicians that are sitting there playing live.
Yeah,
nothing taped.
Yeah, it's really cool. So, just to kind of close this little question out, we like a balcony. We like a certain type of solarium.
Central Park.
We like Central Park. We like Playmakers. We like the Irish pub. We like cruising out of Port Canaveral. So to put all that together, the ship comes out to be the Allure of the Seas.
It's a really nice one.
It's a great ship.
It's beautiful.
I think even now, even after doing the Wonder of the Seas, I think Wonders or the Allure is still my favorite.
Is it? I mean, I love the Allure, but the Wonder just, That wonder is so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
So let's just touch on, how many days should I go on?
Mm-hmm.
Like we touched just a little bit ago, you could do a weekend cruise. You could do
3 night, 4 night.
3 or 4 nights.
That's definitely more of a, I don't want to say it goes fast, but it's rushed.
Yeah, it's definitely rushed.
You don't feel like you get everything in that you want to. It's a lot of party, I feel like younger. I mean, they still brought their kids. There were kids on there, but it's kind of just like it's a different feel. It's a different atmosphere than a 7 night. Definitely.
Yeah. Definitely the vibe's different.
Mm-hmm.
When we did Independence of the Seas in October, there were a lot of groups.
Yeah, there were.
Yeah, we've had groups, and they all wear the same shirts, and it was like a company.
Yeah.
So that they probably would meet in the conference room to go over stuff, and so you kind of see, or we saw more of the groups, not necessarily family vacation, because they all wear the same shirts too.
Yeah. And they had the little laminated tag.
Yeah.
Their name on it.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, no, hey. It was definitely different than the one we went on in December out of Miami.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just different ports, different ships, different lines. It's all different feel. So you really just have to kind of research, what you want to feel, what you want to experience.
Mm-hmm.
One YouTube channel that we follow all the time, especially for the 3 and 4 day cruises, is the Weekend Cruiser with Brandon. He's phenomenal. We've been talking to him about eventually being on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
He has a great channel which breaks down different rooms.
Mm-hmm.
He gives ship tours.
Yeah.
He just came out with a great video just a week or 2 ago about the difference between, was it Celebrity and Virgin?
Yes.
So that was a great video. So yeah, check out the Weekend Cruiser. He's
really good. He is really good.
Yeah. And then there's also 5+ days. We do a lot of 7 days.
Yes.
That's probably our favorite right now. This March, we're actually doing an 8-day?
Yeah. Yep.
So we're looking forward to that. And when I was, cruising in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, we always would lean towards the 7-day cruise because pre-YouTube, you needed 3 days to learn the ship.
Yes, you did.
But now, with like Brandon's channel with the Weekend Cruiser, you could watch these ship tours.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get on a ship, I mean, you know where you're going.
To an extent. I mean, you recognize things when they talk about it, but the one nice thing that I like the feature they have now is the touchscreen wherever you are, where the ships are. It's like a big, basically it looks like a big TV. It's a touchscreen and it says you are here. You can type in or touch wherever you need to go. It'll show you the aft, the forward, if you need to get to the windjammer, where your room is, what side. It's really that is a very good plan to have in your head too, to know if you're lost, I can go to that.
Yeah.
Because you can get lost.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the last cruise in Independence, when you're out on the deck, and you're walking around, all the men's restrooms
were on the left. Yeah.
All the women's were on the right starboard side.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not know that.
Nope.
Somebody said it's always on that side for you, and I'm like, really?
Yep.
Know that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because these ships are so big, sometimes you do get lost. You don't know if you're going fore or aft.
Yeah. And you're like, I think it's on deck 4, but then you get there and you're like, oh, it's on deck 5. We got to go up 1, or oops, we got to go down 2.
Yeah. You do a lot of steps. That it's okay. You're going to eat a lot on a cruise, but we try to walk so you don't feel so guilty. But
very true.
There's elevators everywhere too.
There are.
So, okay. That's just the first couple of topics we're going to talk about here in this new series. We'd love to hear your questions, just even about the ones that we touched on so far. If you would like to talk to a travel agent, we do have a partner for the weSHOREdid podcast. Her name is Jen Green. She works for MEI Travel, and all of her contact information will be in the show notes. So please call her, and she's very
knowledgeable. She's very knowledgeable. She's been
awesome.
on several cruises, and she knows her stuff, and she will get you what you want. Yeah. She really will. She's amazing.
And the prices that she gets is, man,
yeah,
you cannot beat it. So we highly recommend you talk to Jen Green.
Yeah, and if you guys have any concerns or like Rick said, questions, you can always email us. We are at weSHOREdid at Yahoo. It's WESHOREdid at Yahoo. weSHOREdid.
Yep. Good deal. This one last thing I want to touch on is, when we were driving down to Miami in December, I was talking to Leslie, and I said, on this cruise, I really want to write down in words of the feeling that I get on a cruise. Like I mentioned in episode 1, I started cruising in 1984, and I've always had the same feeling. So I think it was day 3. I went for a walk, and I go up on the top deck, and I'm walking around. There's hardly any people out there. It was, a nice sea breeze, dark, and I walk to the aft of the ship, and I'm just sitting there, and we're looking around, and I seen 4 really comfortable chairs sitting in the back of Independence of the Seas. So I sat down, and I wrote these words, so I want to share them with you. Walking out on the deck at night on a ship that is out to sea is a feeling like no other. You feel the drone of the vessel moving you into the night. And as you look out in every direction, there is no separation of sky or sea. The horizon blends into both. It's relaxing, it's comforting, and it's eerie all at the same time. There is no other feeling like it. Cruising takes you, and it's amazing. Thanks for hanging out with us. Catch you next time.